guys, welcome back to the mountain. Well, the sun is actually already starting to drop behind the trees there, but the weather is absolutely amazing now. We haven't had no rain all day. I've been busy doing a lot of other things today, but we're about to take advantage of it cooling down a little bit in the evening. And one of the things that we got to do is get those trusses unloaded off the trailer, because I need the trailer. So what we're going to do is take the four-wheeler down there to Ryder's hideout, and we're going to grab Uber, come back up here, unload those trusses. I'm going to put them over here by the windows, out of the way. I don't want them in the middle of the yard because it's probably still going to be about 4 weeks before we start that. So I need to move this branch that fell out of the tree from the last storm. I'm going to put the trusses right over here by the windows, put some boards down so it's not sitting on the ground, so we don't have termites and rot and all of that stuff going on, and get those moved because we need the trailer. We're actually going to bring the chicken coop and run from Ryder's hideout up here and put it over there with the goats and the rabbits, because that eyesore is going to be moving in the very, very near future. And I do plan on separating the chickens and the ducks as well, because the ducks are extremely messy and causes a big problem for me on a regular basis. So we got a lot to do today, guys, and if I don't finish it all this evening, then we're gonna get up in the morning and we're gonna keep on going until we accomplish what we need to accomplish. Got Domino here. Eclipse hears me over here talking to the cameras, so you know she's coming to check in. You're late. You're late. Excuse me, ma'am. You're late. Oh, she's wet. She's been out there playing in the water. All right, guys, let's get some boards set down here. And let's go ahead and go get Uber. You gonna drive the four-wheeler? You gonna drive it? Let's go grab the beast. one thing I can say for Mike on that one, he definitely staked it down. I don't care what kind of storm went through here, that wasn't blowing up. All right, so I didn't need the tractor to do that anyways. The grapple wasn't going to allow me to get up underneath it without messing it up. And I didn't want to change to the forks just for that, when I can use the grapple for what I'm going to do right now. got them unloaded. Go ahead and put the chain back in the back of the truck. I'm gonna go ahead and move that branch right there. Then we'll get the trailer hooked up and go get the chicken coop loaded up. Hopefully it fits on that trailer. I don't know how it's gonna work. There's only one way to find out though. Try it out. Got that part done. Let's park Uber, get the trailer loaded up. I'm not going to hook the chains up because we're staying on the mountain. We're just going down the hill. Let's get down to Ryder's hideout and see if we can get this chicken coop loaded. All right, well, it is definitely wider than the trailer, so I'm gonna have to get it to set down somewhere on the end rails. Hopefully the trailer is long enough that it can set on these rails right here on the front and the back, and maybe that'll work. We don't have far to go. Only one way to find out though. Let's pick it up and give it a shot. Hello. Well, it took a little doing, and it is still hot even though the sun is starting to set. I got it on there. I went in and pulled it a little further because it was like right on the end there. Didn't want it to bounce off, but it definitely hangs over on both sides, and I kind of got it down on the tongue right here. I think if I take it nice and slow, this right here will make it up the mountain. All right, I'm gonna back up a little bit more, that way I can make this turn right here, and hopefully I don't have to go up there and do a turnaround in all of that mud. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on the sharp turns with my truck here because I don't want it to hit the back of my tailgate. All right, let's give this a shot. That was a tight fit. I was about that far from the pin and about that far from the tree in the front. Now we just gotta go very slow because this thing is very wobbly and very flimsy. I hope it ends up being worth all the effort. That and every little branch wants to catch on to it. What's up, guys? Y'all gonna have some new neighbors soon. I'm gonna get this to hang up over here somewhere. So it ain't in my way. That's better. Alright, we got a ways to go. I'm wanting to put it back there by the shelter. Still got a lot of obstacles from here to there. About here is probably as far as I'm gonna be able to make it back because this big stump right here. And then I'm gonna have to clear some of this stuff out of the way because I want to put it right here. So we'll see. Be honest with you, I can't believe I got it as close as I did. That was tricky. All right, so we're gonna move this straw right here, this table, the water, this barrel. The goal is to put it right along this way, as far back that way as I can, with the door facing right here. That way everything is kind of right here in this area. All right, it's time to try to get it off the trailer without messing it up now. Here goes nothing. Well, it almost fit perfectly, guys. Actually, it will fit perfectly. Got a little bit more to go in the front here. Just to make it right. Gonna have to straighten it up just a little bit here and there. But it's pretty much right here at the corner, kind of what I was wanting. What that's going to allow me to do, guys, is this whole side right here. I'm not going to have to worry about putting up nothing on the sides, because this stuff right here is not very thick. So I'm going to run a low level piece of metal or something right along there, tying it in and across the front. That way nothing could just walk up and see into the chickens or break through. And then back here where this area is, I'm actually going to take some more metal deck and actually make roofs. That way they got a nice closed in area. And this back section right here, I will come all the way up with the metal and actually close this section in. That way in the winter, I can frame out a little wall in here and just have them an opening, and they can go in there and kind of get some security. Plus, I'll be putting the nesting box back here somewhere where it's easy accessible to get to. I think this is going to be a much better situation when I'm done with it for the chickens, and it gets it a decent ways away from the cabin. That way I don't get all the flies and also any smell and stuff when it's raining and it gets a little messy. But I think this is going to be a nice addition to the animal area. All right, let's see if we can get this trailer out of here. First, I got to feed the animals. The rabbits are fed and watered, so are the pigs and the goats. I did do an update on the pigs that got attacked by eclipse over there on my other channel, my vlog channel, Come On Keeping It Real. If you have not subscribed to that, make sure that you go over there and subscribe to that. Hit the notification bell. I'm always giving sneak peeks and little updates on day-to-day life on the farm here. So definitely something to check out. And plus, we've seen the baby goat. You can kind of see them over there, right there, and the pigs are there. I show a real good close-up view of their wounds and how they're healing and how they're doing. So make sure that you go check that out. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get pulled out of here. The sun is almost set. Ooh, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Now that I got it up in the area, I can decide what type of materials that I want to use and kind of source out what I've already had. The goal is not to spend no money on this little upgrade right here, but give them a nice little chicken palace to kind of hang out in. Well, guys, this is where I'm going to leave you. I love every single one of y'all. And until we see each other again, come on, let's go on another adventure.